Now to postal customers in Metro Detroit fed up with missing their mail. We continue to get calls almost daily from local families who say their mail is not being delivered. It all started last spring with the arrival of the pandemic. Large numbers of postal employees either tested positive or had to quarantine due to exposure to infected coworkers. Well, over the summer, deliveries slowed down again, and the Postmaster General made changes to trucking schedules in order to reduce overtime. Last fall, the unprecedented number of mail-in ballots ahead of the 2020 election flooded post offices. It caused major backups at regional delivery hubs. Post offices then got overwhelmed during the holidays, and historic shipping volumes led to backlogs across the country. Well, now we are hearing about another wave of backups, this time for a different reason. 7 investigator Heather Catallo has been following the mail delays from the very beginning. She joins us live now with a look at how a new federal program may be messing up the mail, this time more than a year into the pandemic. Heather?
Carolyn, there's a brand new federal employee paid leave program. I have learned that in Metro Detroit, more than 600 postal workers are out on leave right now. I just spoke with an employee. He told me this new paid leave program is absolutely devastating the system.
My credit is going to be affected.
From Detroit's west side,
that's frustrating,
to the east side,
I was still getting Christmas cards in February,
to southwest Detroit.
We just want our mail.
Postal customers across southeast Michigan want answers.
I could count on my mail like clockwork a long time ago.
Sharon Williams says she never had a problem with mail delivery at her west side home until the COVID-19 pandemic. Now Sharon worries she'll be late on her car payment because her mail hasn't shown up in 7 days.
When you late paying a bill, that's a late fee. Everybody don't have email. Some bills you might prefer to pay by mail.
Sharon says the postal employees at Joyfield Station told her she could come pick up her mail, but she fears exposure to COVID.
The postmen are getting paid to deliver your mail.
The mail for this Grosse Pointe apartment complex gets processed at the Fox Creek Station in Detroit, and residents here say their mail is only showing up a few times a week as well, including newspapers that are outdated by the time they're delivered.
We're paying for all these things, and we're not getting them.
It comes in on Saturday. Sometimes you don't get another mail delivery till Thursday.
It's not fair to the residents. They are getting paid to do a job. We expect them to do that.
These neighbors along Clark in southwest Detroit say when they complained about the mail not being delivered, the Springwells post office's response was purchase a P.O. box for $68.
People are not working right now. People don't have $68. People are on fixed income.
It makes me feel angry.
So where are all the postal workers we're used to seeing at our doors and mailboxes? According to the National Association of Letter Carriers, since the start of the pandemic, more than 39,000 letter carriers have had to quarantine, and more than 15,000 carriers have tested positive for COVID-19. There have been 36 deaths due to COVID among active letter carriers, including one here locally in Livonia. Other USPS staff have been hit hard by the pandemic. And now there's a new wrinkle. The latest COVID relief bill granted more paid leave to federal employees who may have been exposed to the coronavirus or who have childcare issues due to remote learning.
Now that people are beginning to use that again, it's causing for more delays.
American Postal Workers Union Detroit District President Keith Combs says years of failing to fill jobs to save money has left the ranks of clerks, carriers, expediters, and drivers empty.
When there's an issue, they don't have a cushion in order to make sure someone is there to do the job.
You don't have a bench.
No, there is no bench.
For me, it's unacceptable, and I'm going to keep working on this to get some answers.
Congresswoman Brenda Lawrence has received complaints from constituents as well, so she spoke with USPS Detroit District Manager Richard Morton, who told her hundreds of local workers are using that new federal paid leave.
He said right now the city of Detroit alone has over 100 employees in that status, and the Metro Detroit area has over 500.
Lawrence plans to meet with Postmaster General Louis DeJoy this week about the hiring crisis at the post office so they can get more workers in the door.
Are you spending the dollars to hire? Are you spending the dollars to invest in a culture in the Postal Service and management styles that will nurture a workforce that want to stay and invest in a career? Because we need them to meet our delivery standards.
Now, Representative Lawrence also told me there is an inspector general report that's due out soon on all of these mail delivery issues. I'm also told the workers can take up to 600 hours through September, so it doesn't sound like this is going to get resolved anytime soon. I have asked several times for an on-camera interview with the Postal Service. So far, they are not granting that interview to talk about all of these delays. Reporting live in Grosse Pointe Farms, I'm Heather Catallo, 7 Action News.
But at least you are staying on it, Heather. Thank you so much for your hard work, as always. Heather teamed up with our sister station in Texas to test the package delivery times that were such a problem earlier this year. She also uncovered some stunning numbers about those major holiday mail backups we experienced in December. Join us for more of her investigation later tonight on 7 Action News at 11.